So good morning. Today we're going to talk about catalyzing a greener future using the EFQM framework to scale climate solutions. This is within the Catalyzing Change Week, and I'm just going to show you a video of the theme of today.
An estimate by the IMF states An estimate by the IMF states that AI can raise the world economic growth up to 0.8% or contribute approximately 15.7 trillion US dollar by 2030 to the global economy. On the flip side, over 30 million jobs may need to be reconsidered over the next 5 years. Across the sessions, you will hear from technologists pushing the boundaries of what it is possible, entrepreneurs and educators rethinking the future of work, and faith leaders reminding us that progress must be grounded in compassion, justice, and dignity. These conversations goes beyond tools and systems that ask bigger questions. How do we ensure technology serves humanity? How do we design economies that are fair, inclusive, and ready for the future? And how can values guide innovation towards a more just and sustainable world? This is a space to share insights, challenge assumptions, and collaborate on solutions of change. Welcome to these sessions presented by Catalyst Now.
So just some housekeeping rules before we start. Keep your video on if it's possible for you. Show your name and company in your name if you can rename yourself. And also you can leave your connections and contacts on our chat so we can connect between ourselves and network a little bit. When you speak, please unmute yourself. And if you have any technical questions, please feel free to reach out to me or either me or Louis. And thank you so much for being present. Now I'm going to pass it over to Ursula, that will be the moderator for today.
Thank you very much. Thank you everyone for being here and welcome. We're so excited for this session. Today we're exploring how purpose-driven organizations from social enterprise to NGOs can grow their impact in smarter and more sustainable way. So we're joined by three incredible women. It's a fully woman panel that I'm really happy to moderate. So I'm gonna start by Jumana Sayed. She's an EFQM assessor, trainer, and consultant. She helped organizations all over the Middle East to build lasting excellence. You're gonna hear a lot more about her experience later on. We have Hala Nasif. She's the president of TRI, the EFQM partner in Lebanon. And she works closely with NGOs, SMEs in Lebanon to grow clarity and purpose. And we have Christelle Khalil. She's a projects manager at Veritech and EFQM assessor and a leader in social innovation, supporting entrepreneurs and ecosystems that want to change the world fast and sustainably. So today we have three exciting goals. It's a 30-minute session, but it's gonna be full of information, experiences. So we're gonna discover EFQM and how it turns good intention into real measurable impact. And this is something really important for all social entrepreneurs. We're gonna learn how AI can help us make that journey smarter and faster. And we're gonna hear some real stories of social innovators using structure to amplify impact. So I'm gonna start with my first question to Jumana. Jumana, many organizations talk about sustainability. And this is, it's a buzzword these days, but they struggle a lot in their day-to-day practice. So from your experience, how does EFQM help move from good ideas, good intention into actual real-term changes?
Thank you, Ursula. First thing, I want to thank you to give me this opportunity to be with you today. Good evening, Hala and Crystal. I'm happy also to be with you on this panel. Actually, regarding your question, what's beautiful about EFQM, it's that it's a model that can apply everywhere and to any organization, regardless of its size, regardless of its scope of work, and either it's from a private sector or government sector, or even NGOs or non-government sectors. So it gives universal language and unified language for transformation and for excellence. And wherever you are in the world, you can really use EFQM to help you to connect your purpose, your people, and the performance in a structured and in a meaningful way. So regarding sustainability and EFQM, especially in the new version of the EFQM model, it focuses heavily on sustainability, and also they emphasize that sustainability, it's no longer something nice to have. It's really should be embedded in all the value chain and in all your processes, even in your strategic directions. And also the EFQM model will enable the organization to not only create value, and also how to embed sustainability in delivering the value to their stakeholders, and also in measuring the impact and the results. And also what make EFQM truly transformative in this area is that it helps organization also move beyond the pilot project mindset. So it really focuses on how you really embed sustainability on a strategic level. And also it always enable the organization to see where they contribute in the SDGs, the Sustainable Development Goals, because also the new version of the EFQM model also focuses on the SDGs, the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and how these SDGs also mapped or aligned with their strategic objectives. Also, another point is that the model really make the organization not only sustainability in certain projects, not in a separate initiatives, but also it will help the organization to focuses on sustainability from different perspectives, and the three pillars of sustainability: the environmental and the social and the economic pillars. And maybe the EFQM model and its three pillars, the direction and execution and the results, also will enable the organization not only to embed sustainability on a strategic level and through the value creation, but also to measure the impact through the results, and all the results related to sustainability, including, of course, the environmental impact results, or the economic, and also, of course, the societal results. I always like to talk about EFQM, so I don't want to take too much time on this question. So I think at this point, maybe just to wrap up, is that the EFQM could be used by any organization, regardless of its scope of work, even the non-governmental organizations and the societal organizations. And also it will help the organization to think about sustainability in its culture and in its mindset, not only in the projects.
Well, thank you very much, Jumana, and it's really enlightening to see a framework that's not working on its own. It's about connecting the strategy of the organization with the SDGs. So it's not something additional work for the organization, but it's part of their strategy. So I would like to ask Hala to tell us about the NGOs and social enterprise, and especially in the case of Lebanon, they have a very limited structure. And this is very challenging for them when they have limited resources, they are very tight, to actually stay focused, motivated, and track all these results while doing what they need to survive in this challenging environment. So how do you think that EFQM helped these organizations stay focused and track real results?
Thank you, Ursula, and hello to everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today, specifically talking about EFQM. And I think this is a great question because it really fits the reality here in Lebanon. We have most NGOs, SMEs, and social enterprises that already have the will, the motivation, the commitment, and the heart. So what's sometimes missing is the structure to link it with the results and to actually go with the flow back to the strategy based on what they find in their results. So EFQM does that. EFQM actually gives them a clear way to turn that willingness into measurable and sustainable results that actually also help pivot in the strategy itself. And this is what is missing. So if we talk about direction with respect to these organizations, EFQM provides quality in the direction itself that leads to this result. And so it actually focuses on leadership, it focuses on the culture, because sometimes even in the best initial strategy, we don't find the results that we want to find. And this is particularly important when we have limited resources and people motivation in very resilient and difficult circumstances. So EFQM direction aligns with all this in a quality framework. With respect to execution, when we're talking about execution, as Jumana was saying, sustainability becomes practical in the execution phase. So EFQM is going to help these organizations better manage relationships, better innovate, better create their sustainable value for better results. And it will align all this and make the strategy and leadership align with all this. So it's not about doing more, it's about doing better with a framework of excellence, about learning continuously, about reducing waste, whether it is waste in time, waste in effort, or waste in money. And to talk about results, EFQM encourages organizations to measure what really matters, not necessarily everything, but what really matters in what they want to see in outcomes for people, in performance for the organization itself, and in impact for the society, specifically for NGOs. When we're talking about NGOs today, we know that donors are all about impact. And NGOs themselves, in such difficult circumstances in Lebanon, and social enterprises have become all about impact. How can we help our society? And so when we measure what really matters, we are actually able to focus on what the teams can see of those results, even the small ones that matter a lot. And these results sometimes will build pride and motivation for people, for stakeholders around them. So if I'm going to recap a bit about all this, I will say that EFQM turns goodwill where it exists into excellence. It actually turns effort into a framework for quality. And the purpose itself of all this is to find sustainable impact. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hala. I'm really happy to be with people who are so motivated about EFQM and really love it. And I can see from your explanation that it's actually help reduce budget and keep organization focused, and it's not an additional cost as thought of. But still, framework are challenging for any entrepreneur where they actually love speed. And I know with Christelle, she sees them every day, and they want to go fast, they are accelerated, they want a rapid impact. And the perception is a framework always slow down in entrepreneurs, slow down in organization. Do you think that using an EFQM framework will help them with creativity and innovation, or would it slow them down? Can you give us like a kind of an example?
Yes, so thank you, Ursula, and pleasure being with Hala, Jumana. I believe they covered very well the value of this tool. And I just want to talk, so specifically about social entrepreneurs. So because, yeah, like you said, so they tend to act fast, like to jump directly to solutions and solve problems. And when they start to scale their operations or they want to grow their social enterprise, and it's becoming more serious, this is where the EFQM, or if I want to talk about the quality frameworks, the quality standards, the tools like EFQM add really value to the social entrepreneurs. I just want to say that I believe many of us, like if we add more, tools, more framework, yes, we feel it's complicated, but specifically with EFQM, I would say that it's a very agile tool. Why? Because it really connects the organization's mission with how they are implementing it and how they are measuring the results. So it would really be beneficial for social entrepreneurs to reflect throughout the EFQM why they are doing what they are doing, how they are achieving it, and actually measuring the result of it. And why it is agile, because it's an easy tool that is very customizable to the organization's level, growth stage, sector, and it's really owned by the team and by all the management and the team members of the organization. So they define their priorities, they define their systems, the systems they want to work on. So it's really it's not a complicated tool. It's an easy tool to use. And once they use it, they will see the value of it, how it will really speed the impact they are doing, and maybe turn it into measurable impact processes, look on a holistic level, on the level of the organization, how it's really connected between departments, between the communication, between the mission of the company. It's a great tool as well to build a strong culture for social entrepreneurs while keeping a big focus on quality and standards. So, and this is very helpful when they want to grow and align with global standards and global market. Plus, it gives them a great recognition for what they're doing, and which is a great tool to engage with stakeholders and connect with like-minded potential partners or suppliers or customers. So it's a very strong baseline, and I see its value on a startup level, also on a growing company like SMEs or a corporate that is also looking to grow its operations. So every stage of the company really benefits from this tool, because again, it's customized to what they do best. And it really helps the founder in companies to really create a very good culture for their employees and engage more when it comes to impact. So raising quality standards, connecting the mission to agile processes, mechanism, and results, to be able to see the impact, the real impact they are doing. So if I want to give like examples, I mean, in Lebanon, we had the chance to adopt this framework with more than 3 organizations in different sectors, in health, in environment, in rural empowerment. And we really saw the transformation when they used this tool, because it helped them relook at why they are doing, how they can scale it, how they can capitalize on the methodologies they have built, how they can motivate their teams around impact, engage with their stakeholders better, and gain more recognition for the impact they are doing.
Thank you very much, Christelle. And I really like it when you said it keeps organizations focused, especially when they start growing. They start doing many things, and sometimes they forget why they are doing it. So being focused and reviewing continuously what we're doing, why we're doing it, and positioning themselves internationally. So if I have a recognition that's globally known, whenever I want to go international, I want to export, it's gonna be a plus because I'll be more recognized and learning from these best practices. There is a topic that we hear a lot about lately. That's the AI. Like everywhere we go, every single title, every conference has the word AI in it. So I want to ask Jumana, do you think that AI makes the EFQM journey smarter, it helps predicting, or it make it harder where people start, writing their documents, their reports using AI and would lose the reflection that comes with the EFQM?
Yeah, thank you for this question. As you said, now everywhere AI is everywhere. So actually, in the last version of the EFQM model, 2025, which was launched in 2024, they really use actually AI in different pillars, in all the pillars actually, and in the different criterion part. So yes, I believe that AI has the power to make the EFQM journey faster, smarter, and more predictive. And also, if we want to look at the three pillars of the model, if we are talking about, for example, the direction, where we define the purpose, vision, and strategy, the AI will help the organization and the leaders to move from assumptions to insights by using, of course, the AI and the advanced data analytics tools. So you can actually identify your future trends, mega trends within your ecosystem, and this will give of course, the organizations to predict, not only to react. So they will be proactive more than reactive. And also, if we want to look at the execution pillar of the EFQM model, where it focuses on engaging stakeholders, creating the sustainable value, and driving performance and transformation, also the AI will bring speed and precision. It will actually connect massive streams of operational, social, and environmental data, and transform this data into intelligence that will give the leaders insights to take the decisions. And also it will, of course, help the organization to predict the future and to be more resilient and more actually agile to respond to challenges or opportunities scanned within their ecosystem. Also, in criteria 5 within the execution pillar, also we can see that there is a focus on digital transformation and how the organization they really use digital transformation in enhancing and in creating the value they delivered for their stakeholders. Also, if we look at the results and the model, the AI changes how we measure our performance and how we measure our success, because it actually allows the organization to visualize the full picture of their performance, including their economic, social, and environmental performance. And also it will enable them to view their performance through live data and continuously, not only quarterly or on annual basis. Also, this turns the performance management into a living system, and it will be more responsive, more transparent, and it will be also aligned with the strategic objectives of the organization. So, of course, the AI will help or it will make the EFQM journey, as we said, not only faster, but also smarter and more connected and more sustainable. And also, it will help organizations to move from reacting to the present to predict and design the future.
Well, thank you very much, Rumana. I think we are kind of short on time, so I'm gonna ask Hala one last question and to give us a message as well. So Hala, Rumana told us that AI actually superpower organization with having all this data, this information. They're gonna be more focused. They're gonna work better, and connecting this with a framework like EFQM. How can organizations in Lebanon superpower their work through AI? What's one thing they can do to start, and what's one message you would like to end this session with?
Well, I would like to say, to add on, Zumana, to use EFQM as a structure for AI. I explain myself. So effectively, for AI, there is a genuine curiosity, but there is a readiness that is still to be developed. And this is where the EFQM model brings it. Very fast, EFQM actually helps define purpose and strategy. When we want to use AI, it will help us actually get better patterns, better forecasts, better impact with the strategy that is the backbone through EFQM. When we're going to execution in EFQM embeds culture and processes. So AI is most effective when the team has been built on this culture, on these processes, where EFQM helps there, and then embedding AI in it will help have a better reflection and feedback on these processes and this information. With respect to results, when it comes to AI, EFQM actually encourages data and insights from data. So AI will help maybe visualize this data and these insights. So it will help us maybe see more clearly, improve, and grow in a different way. Now, for me, EFQM as a model in itself, in Lebanon, what is very important in our environment is that it will help organization make sense of the complexity in which they are evolving. It will help structure where there is uncertainty. It will give a structure, and it will allow for decisions to be guided through a strategy that is aligned to whatever results they have in town. So I think we have a great opportunity to have EFQM in Lebanon today, and good luck for everyone on this framework.
Thank you very much, Hala. I'm gonna close with a message from Christelle. Can you give a recommendation for entrepreneurs, social entrepreneurs that would like to create a greener society, more social impact using a framework?
So yes, for sure. And I will build on what was shared by Hala and Rumana. So for me, AI will allow companies to act faster. So we cannot wait, the challenges we're facing in climate change and all the environmental challenge. AI is a great tool to act faster. EFQM is a wonderful framework to put the AI, if you want, tools and options, part of connecting the direction, the execution, and the result. So they have the tools, they have the framework, they can act fast because this is what addressing impact is about. And it's a very good opportunity to leverage on this to put a solid framework for their company to scale in a more sustainable way in social or environmental entrepreneurship. So AI, EFQM are here to help social entrepreneurs to scale better their impact and create a solid ground and foundation for their companies to grow.
Thank you very much. I'm just gonna ask Jumana if she has one last message.
Yeah, okay, thank you, Ursula. Maybe one last message is that the EFQM model is no longer, it's not an excellence model. It's a business model that can be used by any organization, and it will enable the organizations to evolve from being only successful today to being sustainable for the future and for generations to come.
That's really wonderful. Thank you very much.
Can I add one word?
Yes, please.
That I like about a lot about the FQM is to create a culture of continuous improvement in the company. So revisiting what they're doing, the culture of feedback, you know. So this is very important also in this framework, and especially for social entrepreneurs.
Thank you very much, Christelle. Hala, do you want to say one last message?
No, I leave it up to you. I'm fine.
Well, thank you very much. It was really inspiring. I really loved what Jumana was saying about it's a business model. So how can we develop our business model in a continuous way, especially that the model EFQM is developing every few years. So new ways of doing things. Really interesting what Hala was talking. Let's keep focused on what's important and measure what really matters for the organization, continue growing. And as Christelle also closed with us, saying it's about continuous improvement. So we're not satisfied with inventing something. How can we keep growing? How can we keep improving? How can we keep on responding and satisfying our stakeholders? And considering that the society and the environment is a key stakeholder for the organization, we need to always take them as a priority and important in our strategy, not as an add-on. So thank you very much, everyone. I'm gonna take a question. If anyone has a question, we are already 7 minutes over time, but if anyone would like to ask something to our wonderful panel. Okay, I'm reading messages. It's wonderful. Thank you. It's amazing. Well, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. We're sorry we can't stay longer with 8 minutes over time. Have a wonderful continuity in this Social Innovation Week. Thank you, Luis.
Before we go, I just want to share our network, Catalyst Now, where we work with multiple enterprises, social innovators, governments, and all the sort. If you'd like to join, if you're not a member already, please join via the application form. And here are some ecosystem partners. You have the Skull Foundation, the Schwab Foundation, Echoing Green, One Family, and Ashoka, and many supporters that made Catalyzing Change Week possible. If you'd like to keep up with what we are doing at Catalyst Now, there's also many platforms on social media that you can follow us on, and you can keep updated on the many events and collaborations that we have via our network, newsletter, and platform online website. Thank you so much for everyone that joined us today. It was an amazing session. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the panelists present. You had amazing insights about the FQM system, and I hope to see you again in another event or another collaboration space. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Goodbye.